action. Hopefully, the altitude won't get to us, Henry. We'll be able to
I
keep our
hope
cool.
not.
We won't lose our breath.
Well, that could happen with some of the skill that's on the server right now. Some breathtaking plays could occur. Just to reiterate one more time, this is the old version of Inferno, not the brand new version with the solid up A sights. It's going to be a mid stack here from G2. You can
Tell
see
us how you really feel.
Sorry?
Tell us how you really feel, Henry.
It's going to be a double stack here towards the middle from the CTs and a 50-50 for kicker there, and a very slow approach here from Avangar. They've got a couple of smokes and Molotovs, and you can see them making their way towards that A ramp right now. You can still boost up towards this A side of the map, and they're going to be focusing the Molotov towards the sandbags, just so they don't have to worry about that position whatsoever. It's Kenny S playing the back boxes, looking for anyone making their way through the shelf.
We can see Kicker's perspective. He was already trying to scope it out. Kenny has got his eyes fixed on that position right now. Will beat the smokes over, trying to cover as much ground as possible here for Avangar, cut people off, and that is going to be the site open for business. Kenny on the wrong side of that smoke has to play it safe, hope for a lucky shot through the smoke, and now this is all going to be about the retake here for G2 Esports. They've got a kit on Kenny, couple of smokes to work with. Ionic actually going for a full set of nades. So now it's about patience and execution here for G2 Esports. Flash on through, attempt at pushing in. Kenny trying to call it out as well, trying to help his teammates out. Smoke goes down, and this is going to be the opening here that they were hoping for. Checks the headshot to kick things off. Senji's out of it. Adrian, though, the veteran, finds the headshot, but no way. It gets diffused in the mix.
They had no idea. Amidst all the chaos, they thought they were finding advantages there. They were getting dings, so the smoke goes down, the full defuse comes in, and G2 steal the round away. It was looking absolutely sublime for Avangar. They managed to get that bomb planted, an opening kill. Kenny S was locked out with the double smoke combo, but still, it wasn't quite enough. But the bomb planted, some players surviving there, Semler, means they get a nice healthy buy going forward. Avangar will bring out 2 rifles here, a MAC-10, and a nice bit of utility as well. 3 smokes as they send a few players towards that A ramp. It's always a massive point of contention on this particular map. It will be ladder control for the T's as well, as Sanji boosted behind the forklift right now, just trying to see if there's any aggression towards that A ramp. Jax will get himself on the toolbox, and at this point a very slow approach once again. And Dren watching for aggression from middle.
Both of these teams feeling it out, waiting out the initial nades. As the smoke clears, we're going to be looking at Avangar trying to get some control here of the ramp leading up to the A site. And you're right, always a point of contention. Lots of ways to play it. And while you could also just shoot your opponent in the head. Hunter manages to pull that off with the MP9, so man advantage now for G2.
Well then, nice crossfire here. Next up, playing Snacks box. And at this point, 2 smokes remaining. Jame, the only player with a rifle, it's the AK-47. They have got a Krieg available. That's been dropped towards the A side of the map. Mid-control granted, but not necessarily too important here. He's only got the MAC-10, and Adrena is alone. He'll fall back and join his teammates towards A. It looks like a contact play towards this side of the map is going to be their ports of call. Kenny S playing towards elevators with the FAMAS. He's got an HE, their defuse kit, and he has also got Hunter at the back boxes. So a very passive approach on them, but he has got the Krieg.
That's a great pick. It's going to be so brutal here now for Avangar. They have to be explosive. They just have to swamp Hunter as quickly as possible when they make this play. They have a single smoke, could use it to cut him off, and that's looking like that's going to be the play. Kenny, however, is going to be in the open. He could potentially put some shots through. He gets lit up, though, immediately, down to 13 HP. He took some fire. Now has to play careful. Nice attempt here. Hunter nearly gets the deny. So close. That would have been a disaster for Avangar with how little time was left on the clock, but now it's a 5v4 retake for G2.
Yeah, they got the smoke, though. They can go for the same play they did in the pistol, potentially, here. We'll see if it comes through. It's going to be the smokes once again coming through, and Hunter to protect. We'll see if... Oh, the smoke fell off. Okay, I take it back. It was looking so good. That makes things a lot more complicated here. The rifle's still in hand. 3 versus 2. The bomb ticking at some pace at this stage, but that's the kill that really matters. Incendiary will come through and bust it. It doesn't have the angle to deny this defuse. So GT will win the round, but will he be able to find another kill? Doesn't look like it. He'll try and get away now. Did he manage to find a rifle? Absolutely not. So a little bit chaotic there with the missed smoke, Semler, but overall, job done. Only 2 kills given away. But the bomb planted does allow them to partially buy into this round.
Yeah, really chaotic there. Nades all over the place, and well, Incendiary also getting chucked into the void. A little bit shaky here to start things off, but it is still the beginning, the very beginning of this series, so plenty of time here for recovery. Avangar, they're getting bomb plants, so that's something to work with. Hunter once again making good use of the sandbags, and yeah, this was just Hunter's round essentially, shutting him down. But we will have that buy coming in here from G2. M4 picked up on Kenny. He's been lighting people up all day with it. Definitely feeling comfortable with the silenced version. And now Hunter. More of an aggressive stance from him. But Avangar have been ready for it each time. Last time it was Senji, now we've got Quickert.
Now, with this version of the map as well, it does allow for very aggressive CT plays down towards Forklift when they want to throw it in. They've been quite passive so far. A lot of teams like Renegades come to mind. They love jumping down and getting 3 players towards a Forklift. But G2 will do that eventually. They're just going to try and surprise Avangar at the right time. Maybe the first gun round is where they bring it out. But for now, the Krieg on Kickouts. He's invested everything. He'll need to perform here. Like we said, a partial buy. They need at least a plan to justify this investment. Making their way up slowly but surely. The bomb, however, nowhere to be seen. It's Kicker just trying to open things up, but that gives up the fact he has the Krieg, and he doesn't get a frag for it. No helmet on him, just a no.
Exactly, vulnerable. And Sanji, no Kevlar either, so let's see how this pans out here for Avangar. If they can manage to sneak another buy into this play, that would be huge.
There's going to be a bit of a bait and
plant,
switch.
rather.
Yeah, so Sanji's going to just smoke towards A. Hope for a rotation. See his 4 teammates getting ready towards the B side of the map. He won't necessarily be hunting for frags there, but he's looking to take one of these players away from the B side of the map here. And a headshot would be ideal. With 25 seconds remaining, this isn't the worst attempt, but I can see Jax. He's the most important player of all of this. Will he be able to rotate to the correct bomb site? Next up, ready and waiting. He's confirmed it's going to be a B approach.
Brilliant shot there from Buster. Point blank, that could get 2. Doesn't manage it. Sees it up close as murderous. Man advantage now for Avangar. Bomb plant on B. Clever play coming in here from the Kazakh team, and they are going to be able to get the lockdown here on the bomb site. Kicker still has got that Krieg as well, so it's going to be so tough here for G2 to engage, especially if Adrian catches you looking the wrong way. Kenny, point blank, is going to take him down. Still heavy damage suffered here on the side of G2. No nades to make their lives easier either, so they have to do it the hard way. They have to get the kills. Hunter finds Kicker, and the follow-up. Hunter with both of them. Both G2 players have kits as well. What a round to save there from Kicker. Yeah, they don't even believe it.
Yeah, they're very happy with that one. It didn't look possible with the HP there. Such an advantage, especially with that second frag coming with the CZ. James doing such tremendous work to get the position where that was possible. But Hunter become a bit of a star this year. And you can see him doing great work there with that Krieg Kicker. Remember, he invested all of his cash into that round, but as long as they got the bomb down, that was okay. He'll have maximum loss bonus going forward. So at this point, still gets a Krieg, a flashbang, and a decoy, just to throw that in the mix. But the AWP up for James, who has been a very exciting player in 2019. But speaking of exciting all players, here's one of the most iconic of all time, Kenny S, looking to open things up towards the B side of the map. Smoked off, decides to reposition. It'll be the incendiary towards Ladder as Adren pushes past the flames here, looking for his second frag of the round. Already taken down Jax, but traded out by Amanek.
Not sure if he spotted the second man there, but Kenny, yep, bait and switch. You thought you were facing a Krieg, you're facing an AWP. Smoke goes down, and James not going to have any room to work with here. And so man advantage maintained here for G2 Esports. Avangar now trying to sniff around here on the B site. Very passive hold coming in from Nexa. Way in the back of the site. And so Avangar could get some room to work with over here on B. Bomb is planted back over towards spawn, though, so they need to decide where they want to take this and get that bomb in play. It looks like G2 are sensing things here. It's going to be Nexa. Looked like he caught Buster looking the wrong way there, so 2-man advantage now for G2.
Yeah, should be a foregone conclusion. But James, alive in these sort of scenarios, it's either a save or it's going to be something quite unspeakable. We'll see what he can do with it. Right now, 35 seconds. Looks like he'll recover the bomb and join his teammate Kickert. They've got a smoke and a Molotov to work with here, but is that enough to even get close to the bomb site? Kickert showing frustration in the previous round, couldn't come online, and time ticking away now. We'll start to deploy their final bits of utility. The bounce Molotov towards elevators follows up with the smoke. Nice work from Kicker. Kenny has had no idea he was that close towards the bomb site here, but that should be the most important kill of them all. James left alone. Sure, he has the bomb. A plant looks likely, but doesn't feel confident in getting it down, and he probably won't at this point, but what a great shot that was. Gave it his all, wasn't quite enough there, and it will be G2 on their map pick, up 4-0 now. No plant found, but there is the maximum loss bonus at this stage, but it's not quite enough, so Avangar will take a timeout here and work out their next approach, because this could be a bit of a nightmare. If you start force buying into these sort of rounds and you've got like, what, $3,800, sure, you get an AK, you get some armor, a couple of smokes out there, but overall, you're not going to have everything you need. Like James, he's vital to this lineup. Him having the AWP is everything. If you can't get that out consistently, you're going to have a problem. But they are going to invest into this round. It's just a matter of where they're going to focus their efforts in terms of firepower or utility.
How many years has Kenny had that cough now?
It is it is interesting, yeah. A while.
It's just been forever, it feels like, that he's always hacking up a lung. All right, Kenny. They save the op, and that's going to be the important one. Hand that over to Kenny. Let the op star go to work. 4 rounds in a row, as you guys can see here for the French team. G2 looking solid. I say French just because of Kenny.
That's enough for you?
That's enough.
That's it. Fair enough. All right, well, into the next round, you can see they've gone for a really weird sort of quasi-buy here. They've got 2 players that haven't invested at all, Sanji and Buster with 2k residual, so they're going to be more of the support players here. They're going to provide a couple of smokes, Molotovs, and try and have money going forward. It's still more than enough to win a round here with 3 rifles for a team of the caliber of Avangar. Kenny Esso looks like he might be out-positioned at the smoke. It's fine for now. He gets that gap. Like, this is dangerous. Go for the double scope with all these gaps available to him. I think he's done for.
Could have hit that shot. He's certainly going to get a wall. No, Hunter the hero.
Okay, then. All right, Hunter. He's come here to play 7-0 right now.
Yeah, looking so good. HE over the top. That's a dunk. No, what? Oh, it just goes a foot past. Hidden behind the wall, behind the corner. Sanji saved. That would have done so much damage. And then Sandier just casually lobbed out on James. James got to get out. Man advantage right now for G2. Defense crystallizing here on the A site. 2 players ready and waiting with a third not far away. Jack's currently on the flank. This is what the CT is all about here on Vertigo. This time being bought is just getting Jack's in position. And he is watched. Adrian not going to pull a fast one on him.
Yeah.
Ready for the flank, watching it.
Well, that's what it's all about on Vertigo. The CT flanks and Avangar slow it right down, waiting for mistakes to be made, and that's going to be their cue to make their way towards the A side. Looks like Adren will be faking out towards B with 25 seconds again. We saw this approach before with Sanji trying to make his way towards A with 25 seconds. This time, it's a complete reversal. That's the same methodology to be deployed. You can see there they are, ready and waiting to go. NES missing the vital shot there, but he will fall back to the sniper deck and have another go at it here, but the smokes will restrict his view. 8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, do they get the plant? There's the deny. That's the round.
Big. Massive, in fact.
All the kills, too. You're thinking, well, there's Kenny chiming in at the end. You're thinking, okay, it's just the clock that wins it. But G2 are just winning all of the duels right now versus Avangar. As far as the kills are concerned, Avangar, I mean, they're topping it out with 3. Sanji has yet to get on the board. He's working on a secret agent. I mean, yeah, rough start here for Avangar on G2's map. 5-0 lead right now for G2.
Absolutely true. Well, they have got decent cash at least. And remember, 2 players didn't invest much at all. So we'll see whether they can make this one work now. The AWP's out for James. He'll be taking that towards E-Ram. We said this is essential to their success. He is a fantastic player. Holding in the traditional spot behind the forklift, waiting for Kenny S aggression. Jax will be boosted up towards middle. Difficult to make that boost work. You do need a lot of attention drafted towards the toolbox from your teammates there, just so you can have a nice kill and drop off, ideally. Very passive scenes here. Kenny S on the B steps. It's such a brutal smoke, that one. As soon as that's down, you can't really attack B. Like, you just have to wait. That's it.
The main portal, right?
Exactly.
It's a little bit of a tip-tap back and forth here. Minute 10 on the clock. Jack's boosted up as well, just waiting.
It's running that clock down, baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of patience involved on Vertigo. And there it is. Kicker catches Hunter looking the wrong way. Still 2 players alive here on the A site for G2. They're ready and waiting for this push. Kenny going to get smoked off. Maybe able to fall back here in a moment. Kicker's ready for him, though. Missed the shot, though. Unfortunate turn of events. That opens it up. Amanek takes 1, gets a second. And now G2, just like that, they've got a man advantage with 35 seconds on the clock.
Kicker is kicking himself because that one he was ready for. He should have found that frag, but luckily Buster will pull one back here. They've got an open B bomb site. Low time once again, 3 versus 2. Buster needs to gain control of the site here. He's getting closer and closer to the choke point. Looking towards CT spawn. It's a great angle here, but he has to be cognizant that they can jump around the back of him. But luckily, it's only Kenny S in front. I say only. This guy is fast. He's looking sharp. And Adren, 3 versus 1 now. Up against incendiary smokes, flashes, 3 kills to find, and a bomb to defend. They know exactly where he is now, towards the quad. CT should start pincering in now, and exactly that. It's going to be Amanek to close things out. The perfect streak continues after losing that first kill. I have to say that advantage. They played it perfectly. They were waiting for the CTs to react and get information. Kenny S jumps up. As far as I'm concerned, that's a free kill for Kicker, and he just couldn't deliver. Couldn't find the shot required, and that meant they had to go back towards B. Sure, they got the bomb down, but once again, a 3 versus 1. They cannot convert.
Well, Kenny was lighting Navi up earlier with that AWP. I mean, I'm wondering right now if he's finally starting to come into his own here on this team. it's always going to be there. Hope springs eternal, right, Henry? And I'm always going to think of Henry as, well, you as a God-tier caster, but Kenny as a God-tier offer. What a save.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, Kenny is the beast as far as I'm concerned when it comes to opping, even if he's obviously had his op years. I mean, he is one of 2 players, I think, that the devs actually had to nerf directly.
Yeah.
Him and JW pretty much back in the day.
Form is
the op nerf was pretty
temporary,
much
class is forever. So
Exactly.
much. That's what they say.
Exactly.
So he'll always have it in him. Oh, Jax, he's got the round in his grasp at this point. He's pushed all the way towards T-spawn. He's confirmed they're going towards A. That's going to be a massive call. Now you can watch the rotation. Look at the top left of the map. CTs, they're swarming in towards this A side of the map now. Amanek joining them. Haven't got yet to post a round. Haven't really got close to really closing a round out yet. Could be a massive incendiary here for Hunter if he times as well. Kenny S looking to shut things down, and that's a nice opening pick, and then it's going to have to push them in towards the A side. But look how brutal the incendiaries are. They're held at bay perfectly. Kenny S tags another one. Can he convert it? Yes, he can. That's a classic shot from him. And now it's a 4-on-3, and he wants a bit more.
He's got to trust his teammates to watch his flank, and he's doing just that. Smoke goes up. 50 seconds on the clock, and Kenny on the hunt. Avangar is just mowing them down, though. That's the bomb in, and Kicker, he's not looking too pleased. Kenny obliterates him. Triple kill in the round for Kenny. And that is exactly the level of play that I want to see from Kenny with those flicks. So clean, so fast. If he's hitting shots like that, you are going to be hard-pressed to keep up.
Yeah, absolutely true. That's quite the statement there from Kenny. He missed a couple in the earlier stages of the game, but that was just fantastic. 7-0 now, and it's Deagles across the board for Avangar. Maybe just a straight-up rush at this stage. We'll see where they're heading towards. It looks like they're outside the B bomb side now. Smoke will be landing successfully. And as you can see, once more blocked from the entrance of the B bomb side itself. Buster takes an A to the face down to 72 HP, and they will start their contact play towards that A ramp.
And it pains you to say, but there is a secret agent on the server.
It's happened on Her Majesty's service.
On Her Majesty's service, without the chicks, without the cars. It is a James Bond, but we'll see. Sanji, still early days. He can turn it around. We have seen players have disastrous first halves and then just come back as heroes. Literal heroes.
Yeah. Speaking of heroes, I just want to say my personal hero is Jason O'Toole. What a guy he is. Great, great man. Represents the community well. Looks great. Sounds great. Just the whole package, really.
Yeah, an awesome friend.
Just wanted to say that.
A lifelong friend.
Yeah.
What a boss. 50 seconds left on the clock. And right now, there it is. Point blank. Nexa going to town. Finally some action on his side of the map that he gets to take part in. Tapping away. Going to get dropped by Buster. Buster really going at it, but he's got 12 HP left. No Kevlar. No hopes. No dreams, yeah, only darkness.
This is rough, isn't it? They can't get going at all here. Buster, he might just jump off the map at this point. Oof, that's a nice play. He does manage to get one through the catwalk, but that's about as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. Sure, it's a 2-on-1, but trust me, he ain't got any chance of this. No rifle, no HP, no grenades, and no time. No real reason to peek him. Amanek can play this alone. Kenny S will be there for support if required. There could be a 1D, but not going to happen. Through the steps, Kenny will get him. Looks so sharp here on Vertigo. That's a lovely camera shot.
That would look cool. I thought, that was just a slow-mo movie shot. Guy was like, and now you wonder how I got here.
Yeah, that's like the opening scene of a film, and then that's like the flashback, and then you find out what happened at the end,
I mean, you remember that end, right?
Yeah.
Up till now, everything is fine. Up till now, everything is fine. Up till now, everything is fine. And then, but enough of the somber, well, not somber, that's like niche references. Let's go. French movies.
But yeah, I didn't know the reference. I'm like, yeah, I'll just go along with that.
Kenny S would know. I'm pretty sure Kenny S has seen that. But excellent movie. 8-0 lead for G2, who are currently pummeling Avangar into the ground. But Avangar now, after that round of eco, they've got to buy. They've got the AWP on James. It's been a while. We've got a bunch of Kriegs to go to work with as well here. So let's see what they're capable of. This has got to be the round where they start to get on the board. G2, just relentless. And the economy has still been so painful here for G2. Despite them having that 8-0, it's really only Kenny who's got good bank. Everybody else is kind of in the middle.
This is not good enough from Avangar, I'm afraid. The fact Jax is pushing towards T-spawn like that consistently, you're not running your defaults correctly. They might still win the round, though, however, as they do get the opening pick. Kenny has caught off guard with the boost. It's such a strong one if you can get that early enough. It wasn't quite there, and now we've got a couple of kills here for Avangar. Remember, though, we do have Jax coming in for the long flank, but it might not be there in time. 5 versus 2 now. surely Avangar will get on the board, but the denial of the plant could come through. Jax decides to fall back. He's actually coming from the elevators now. Nexa in a prime position to find some kills. Not going to happen. Avangar look like they've converted this one, but they do need to start plugging these holes. The fact that Jax can push middle like that, he's done that 2 or 3 times now, clinging towards T-spawn. You just can't allow that to happen. Someone has to have ladder control at all times on the T side, even if you're going for a fast commitment. The flanks are just too prevalent on a map like this.
Well, they've broken the streak, Henry, and Sanji's on the board. So it's a win-win right now for Avangar. Things are looking up. Everything is good. This is where you start to turn it around. Jax stuck, still gets a headshot. Nice little parting one. If he could have picked up another, that would have been really sick.
Now, unfortunately, Sambler, I know we've talked about this in great detail off air, but this is where CSGO in this money system starts to be a little bit questionable, because the team that have now won 8 rounds in a row have absolutely nothing to work with after losing 1 single round. They have no loss bonus, and now the team, like Avangar, they can win 1 round and afford to lose 1 and still maintain their loss bonus.
And they still have 3 loss bonus.
Exactly. So it's this is where things like this is where the new money system for me doesn't make sense. Now is a massive window opportunity for Avangar to bring this right back to 8-7.
Yes.
After the
By
picking up
design,
single rounds.
by design.
By design, absolutely.
It's really, and it's not even just, yeah, it's always just being able to have lethal weapons, right? If you're constantly ecoing and going with PT50s, then you're not getting as many kills on the CT, and the CTs are able to build the economy.
When was the last time you saw like a Glock eco on the T side? Like, it doesn't really happen that much anymore, right? CT side, sure, because it's a very different...
I saw the USPs a couple times.
Yeah, that's a very different economy on the CT side, but T side, you're going to be hard-pressed to find many rounds that are just Glocks across the board. You used to see those all the time back in the day. Say back in the day, last year, you'd see plenty of full eco rounds.
I know.
But you just don't get that anymore, and that's exactly it. You always come into every round with CZs, PT50s, Deagles, and you can keep getting kills and picks and at least to bomb plants, and that means the CTs are crushed. They've won 8 rounds in a row. They've lost 1, and they saved a gun. They've got a player on a P250 and a UMP and MP9. It's just all gone. All the money's gone.
It's actually a half buy coming in from G2. That's the wild thing.
And they've had clean, like, convincing rounds as well. Either way, we can be grumpy as we like about it. We might as well press forward, move on.
This is the new esports.
Exactly. James, this is the boost we've been talking about. Who will come out on top? Kenny trying to jump over and get intel. I think James got his number, though. It's going to be down to the minutiae who wins, and James bets him. Lovely shot there, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 advantage with the AWP removed. Yeah,
pretty sure James saw him there falling off the boost. So solid shot from James. Get that kind of info. You have to capitalize on it. Avangar in a rough spot. He's got the UMP up close, and it's looking like that's exactly where Avangar are going to go have a party. So he's going to be in for a rough one in just a moment. Next up, this is I like this play here from G2. Cheat him over, get him over onto the A site, stack it. Avangar looking like this is where they want to go. They have massive nade superiority to play with. Jax could go for a flash, try and throw things for a loop here. He's got that AUG, but he's got the main firepower, so he doesn't really want to be playing around too much with nades. There's the flash over. There's the opportunity. Amanek only going to get the 1. There was a chance for Jax. That could have been big. Instead, now it's going to be Avangar moving on to the site. Jax trying to change up position right now, trying to throw Avangar for a loop. See if it pays off for him, because they are slowly moving on to the site now. 25 seconds.
Oh, no.
Good play, though, from Avangar. They're covering their teammates' backs. That is still to deny, but there's still time enough here for Avangar to make this stick. They will get that bomb plant.
Just about. It got awkward there for a second, but well held. 3 versus 1. Jack, if he had 100 HP, I'd say this is doable, but this is going to be a stretch now, and it will be Buster to outposition him as they get another round on the board there. That's G2 in a very tough spot now. They do have a reasonable amount of cash. We'll see $4,000 on the likes of Hunter and Jax, but it's still one of those situations where it's like, we've got an 8-2 lead here. If we invest into this round, it's going to be so much pressure on us winning it. We might as well just take the partial. I think that should be the case. So yeah, 5-7 for Nexia. CZ coming in. UMP is okay for Amanek. He goes under 2K. They've got such a nice buffer of rounds. You've still got a chance of winning that. You'll still be competitive, but you don't want to invest everything. They could have even got an AWP out there, but choose a more conservative option, which I appreciate.
Yes, I do too, actually. Some discipline here on the side of G2. Not just constantly throwing hope to the wind. What we've been seeing a lot of here. Really, that is the temptation, it seems. This money system seems to encourage people to just kind of turn it into a death match.
Yeah.
And try and find kills, because you're always going to have the chance when you have the firepower. But G2, they've had such... Ooh, thought for a second. They've had such effective buy rounds that, yes, make the play for the buy rounds and see if you can get it, because Avangar just keeps rinsing and repeating here towards the A site. And so it is pretty much a stack coming in here. No, 3 coming in from G2. Nice nade onto Hunter. That's going to ring his bells. He's not going to be too happy about that. Amanek up close with the UMP. Kicker through the smoke, and there it is. Surprise, surprise. Amanek going to go. Oh, he catches him looking wrong. Backwards, Kenny takes down Kicker as well. Just like that, it's a 4-on-2. Sanji should be able to turn it around. Yes, catches Kenny trying to pick up the AWP. Greed will get you, Kenny.
Yeah. And now there's a chance for Avangar once again. Things settle down. Bomb on the back of Sanji. The support player of the squad, but very capable. And that's going to be a clean kill for Nexa. Not quite as clean as you'd like, but they all count. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Sanji will need an ace at this point to win out the round. He's got 30 seconds remaining, but he has got a smoke. And maybe the first kill there. Goes down to 6 HP, and that first couple of missed shots, that will cost him the round potentially here. But if he gets a plant, he'll be in decent stead to keep the dream alive here, but he'll surely go down after the plant comes through. Amanek will confirm things, and that's a partial buy victory. Really good scenes there.
Wait. They have time, though. He could just go and pick up the op. I think he'll make it, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got a 10-second defuse.
The op was down on the ramp.
Right?
Kenny is going to be telling him that. There we go. Okay, good.
And they get an extra $3,500 on top of what they already had, which is about 2.5K. So they've got a well of cash now. Sanji did well to find a couple of kills, got the bomb planted. It'll give them another buy going forward. But it's 9-2 now for G2 on their map pick. Things looking very good. 14-4 for Amanek. Lovely work from him.
Oh, he's looking great, but he's getting the majority of the action over there on the A site.
Sure.
And they just keep walking around and you're just like, yeah, rubbing your hands together. Give me the frags. Give me the stats.
That's the thing, though, because you
me.
drop all the smokes on the T side, because it to obviously create diversions and confusion, but it will confuse your teammates as well. It's so chaotic on this version of the map. I think that's why they kind of changed the backboards, especially. There's no shelf anymore, just to make things a bit more traditional in terms of access points, instead of just having some really tight ones. It's James, best Kenny once again. That's becoming a bit of an interesting battle there, as we'll see a 5-on-4 come through. Jax shows how powerful this boost is. Apparently quite effective, as he'll be flashing himself somewhat, but it doesn't seem to matter. He'll fall back as Buster gets him the advantage once again.
Ooh, that's some action over on the B side. Probably caught Nexus sleeping. You know, he's in the hammock. No any action on his side, you know.
Exactly.
It's always over on the A side. Buster lighting him up now as Jax tries to step in. And just like that, G2 are going to be sent for a loop. And with no money.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get any kind of win bonus or any kind of loss bonus going for themselves. So G2 now, this is definitely a situation where you want to save and back off.
Yeah, if they can save these two weapons, they have a buy with Jax and Kenny's money, but they have to save these two guns. Like, one would not do. So Hunter and Amanek with no choice but to fall back. Round 12 here. Avangar opening pick towards the A ramp. James seems to be getting the better of Kenny in that particular duel. And as soon as they get it, it was actually back towards the B side, where they were able to crack things open. Buster with the opening frag, and like you said, they haven't really shown much towards that side of the map whatsoever, so they're happy just to anchor one player on that side of the map. Hunter will be able to pick up a couple of kills here in total. Like I said, it's a necessity for him to stay alive at that orb, and he's certainly passed the test with flying colors.
So he gets it done. A couple of kills for himself. That's a feel-good moment. Not getting too much money, but it doesn't matter. 3 rounds on the board now for Avangar, 9 for G2 Esports, and G2, they were back down to $1,400, so it's looking a little slim on their side. They might be able to do it, though, because they've got 3 rifles. Jax has got enough to get the drop, but it's looking like Nexus is just going to be the odd man out here. MP9 dropped over to him from Amanek. Amanek had a rifle of his own, so that's going to be fine. And so, in the end, reasonable buy coming in here from G2. Avangar fully stocked, fully ready to kick some butt.
Wow. Family show?
Family show. It is a meme. It's hard to shake, man. You spend 8 months at Blizzard.
Yeah, I can imagine. Leave your personality at the door, please, kids. Either way, we'll move on. 5-on-4. And at this stage, this is the first time in a few rounds that G2 opened things up with success. Avangar found that first pick for a while. Bust up. He'll be taken out by Amanek. And looking for that mid-control, one of the most difficult parts of the map to dissect on the T side. Not many options for utility. Difficult to throw the grenades towards the toolbox, but once you get in position, that's all you really need. But the deep smoke required. The Jax once again boosted. Now he managed to get one frag and fall back before. You can swing a little bit deeper than he is right now. Look down towards the mid position, but it looks like Adren will be checking this and get the shot. He'll be fooled twice by looks of things. Bomb still down towards T-spawn. Now they're more aware of the flanks coming in. You can see them slowing it right down and baiting G2 into pushing.
That is the game in this side of T side, though, right? When you're getting the play, because the CTs always try and get the flanks, or at least try to. And so if you're ready, you're patient, you get rewarded. Still, we've seen G2 turn situations like this around so far in this first half. 30 seconds left on the clock, though, for Avangar, though, so they are starting to get a little bit pressed for time here. Hunter is still alive, and Hunter has been hitting shots on that A site, so we'll see. But now he may be thinking B site. He's kind of backing off. He's going to be over at the boost spot, and yeah, he's going to try and rush back over. This is going to get a bit dicey for him. If he faces a Krieg long range as well, he might just get his head taken off. And so Hunter on the site. Does he manage to spot him out? No, not quite. Oh, yes, he does!
Oh, not quite enough, though. The bomb does get planted. Advantage Avangar. If he gets that kill before the bomb's planted, it's round over. But now they have a real chance. Avangar, that is. Low HP, I'd still give the edge to G2 here, but still, that's something now for them.
You know what? There's a potential flank coming in here from Adrian, though. Curious, yep. Catches Amanek. Sanji close. Two of them watching. There it is. First shot. Looking for the second.
Nice.
Hunter's going to pull it off. Hunter with a triple so far. Adrian, they know where he's coming from as well.
Yeah,
Kenny's got the angle. Kenny misses the shot.
Diffuse anyway. Keep
Does he have
diffusing.
the kit? He does have the kit, and he gets the diffuse. And his insult to injury wins the duel versus Adrian.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber there. Hunter is playing
Quad.
out of his mind. That's really
Quad kill.
so sick. Like, really well played. A player that's, again, he's been playing CS a long time, but like in terms of his professional career, only become on our radars for like the last 6 months or so. Like, what a beast he's turning into. G2 picking up a real big signing there. Really enjoying his performance so far. Double digits as we enter round number 14. It's 10-3. Avangar clutching at straws. They'll bring up the AWP again, and James found successful DA Ram. Kenny, we better off not challenging this, to be honest.
I agree. He's getting a bit
There
repetitive.
it is. Perfect. Hold back.
No. This is fine. Oh, that is not fine, though.
All right, well, someone didn't get the memo. That's Nexa. Smoke
Well, the smoke was slightly off there, too.
like, there's a chance that the T's for a Molotov to make it kind of displaced, but I don't know for sure. That's the only thing I can think of. That smoke should be landing consistently most of the time.
Unforced errors again, Henry.
Potentially. It is a map. The problem with this map is it's not played enough for it to have any sort of perfection. There's always going to be weird things that happen every single time we cast it. We only see it a couple of times a tournament, to be honest. And it'll be like a kind of... I'm trying to think of another map that suffered the same thing. A cobblestone, potentially. I didn't really see it at all until people really learn how to play it. Same with Nuke, really.
Overpass. I mean,
Yeah.
all the new maps when they first came out.
Sure.
I mean, sure, I get your point. But if you're an anchor on B site, if there's one smoke, you should probably be knowing to hit every time.
Exactly, yeah.
Still, 5v3 right now, and Avangar just worked their way out onto the bomb sites. There's the deny. 2 kills for Amanek. And a third. He's making it happen. 2v2. Amanek with 3 HP, but he doesn't care. Kenny's about to get into the site here. And this is so tough now. How does it work? Oh, the flick shot.
Sick.
Adrian goes down, and Amanek with the quad kill clutch.
So sick. Kenny just looks so at
Look
home
at that
on
grid.
this map.
Look at
Yeah.
that grid.
He knows what he's done. Avangar know what he's done. We saw it, and it will be round 15 coming through. No bomb plant found, so they've got $2,700 on average per player. This is looking like a disastrous map for Avangar. It's the pick of G2, to be fair. We move on to Train next, which is much more familiar territory for the Kazakh team. That's where they actually do amazing work. So, Buster, has he got Glock? I was about to say, has he got anything more than a Glock, no armor? I assume he had the drop, but he gets a CZ in the end. It's not the best setup, CZ, no armor, no nades, but I think he dropped the AK-47, so he'll have to make do. Dirty position there from Hands Up.
Giga trying to make a play. Gonna get tagged, but he does manage to dash back to safety. And Avangar once again showing a presence over here towards A, trying to make something happen for themselves. Hunter hunting, but not really committing. And on the other side of things, G2, they kind of learned their lesson on B. They know that this is going to be a weak buy here for Avangar going into the last round. Oh, come on. That sucks for Sanji. He should have got that one.
Well, you can't win them all. That's what I say. That's
Bait
not
and
bad.
switch.
Okay, the smoke out towards deep in middle, and then the one-bullet headshot, I suppose. That works out quite nicely. Haven't seen the window position utilized too much on either side, to be honest, but maybe this is a chance to use it. They've completely smoked off the deep mid area, as you can see. No vision towards that position, and even more so now. But you can boost behind that smoke. There's a toolbox behind that. CTs could boost up with the AWP, but they're not going to do that by the looks of things.
This has got to be the time. Kenny going to bring it back to a 4-on-4, but how many times can G2 get quad kills to save them in the rounds? But we're back into a 4-on-4 now. AUG has been picked up by Adrian. Kigert still got that AK. Now it's trying to put some pressure out over here towards B. Final round of the first half. 11-3 so far. 3-3 fight. Kenny,
What?
long range, takes down Adrian. That's wild.
Okay.
And now Nexa takes out Quickers. This is going to be the round essentially here and the half. 12-3.
We saw G2 outside before this game having a big team huddle discussing the intricacies of Vertigo, and it seems to have paid off. It is going to be 12-3 a half on their map pick, and Avangar haven't got much to say. Can they do anything in the second half? You're going to have to find out after this break.
And so, Avangar has not really managed to step up to the plate here on the first map of this series. The first half of this series was convincingly won by G2, 12-3 on their CT side. We're going to change sides now, obviously, and we'll see what Avangar are capable of on the defense. If they can get the lockdown that G2 managed to pull off here, or if G2 are just going to run away with this first map and we're going to get into train.
Yeah, well, it all starts at its pistol. We might as well focus on this first, because if they don't win this, there isn't going to be many opportunities to bring this one back whatsoever. It really does come down to this particular round. We can have a look at the complexion of the round going into this one. We'll have a look at their buys overall. Buster with the diffuse kits, 2 diffuse kits. You don't see many of those. I suppose it makes sense on a map like Vertigo, but you rarely see that. It's a solid investment in CSGO, $400 for one of those. And kick out. He'll be challenging towards that A-ramp. Damage pushed out by Jane, but he'll get it back in due course. It's going to be a 4-on-4, which does favor G2, especially on Vertigo.
Nicely done there. Good pressure getting thrown in by Jax to get that refrag. He really needed to make that happen. So 4v4, you're right. Soon to be a 4v2 as G2 Esports are starting to congregate over towards that B site. Looking like they want to run in here. Buster taking a peek, trying to get some info. He's going to spot out Jax. Not sure if Jax saw him. Decided to back off. We're going to get Adrian trying to think. Yeah, starting to rotate over. Everybody from Avangar starting to rotate over. And there is a flank coming in from Sanji as well, working his way back through T-spawn. So this is shaping up nicely here for Avangar. G2 now under the clock. And well, Kenny, man, just a one tap there from Buster. That was clean. Smoke goes down, and this is it. Everybody here from Avangar. It's time to party. And G2, they're going to be in a rough spot. Oh, misses the shot.
Luckily.
They're not going to realize it, though, but the rest of his team are here. Jax runs down Buster. Sanji lines it up, takes down Amanek. Do they have the bomb? Yeah, they do have the bomb. How do you even get the bomb plant here, though?
I don't think you do. You're focusing on headshots at this point. You can bait it out. You could fake plant it and hopefully drag a CT out of position, but waiting for mistakes here. He has got a little bit of time with 25 seconds there, but so aware that he could be backstabbed here. But Sanji's actually dropped right back. He's already made himself known. It's going to be a pretty clean round there from Avangar. It's a must-win pistol, that's for sure. And they deliver. 2 kills for Buster. Really clean towards Kenny S as well. Denies the plant and any sort of access towards that B bomb site. Average $2K. I would say take the eco here, Sam. Bring the AKs down the third. You do not need to win this round by any stretch of the imagination. You're 12-4 up. Take the full eco. Get the AKs down next round. Get PD-50s for now. Get the bomb planted if possible. And we'll see if this is going to be where they sit. Oh, I see a PD-50. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. Full eco for once.
See, we were asking about that.
We just wanted one full. I just want to see one full eco. Just to make sure we're playing Counter-Strike. And up against 5 MP9s, it's looking good. It's looking like we're going to see the CTs win this. And we'll go from there.
All these red dots had you wondering, huh? what is this?
Hold on.
you look away, you look down, you've got a controller in your hand. He's just losing his mind.
No, don't. That's my nightmare. Slowly but surely we're getting there.
These long days, I knew it. Too much Adderall, Henry. Too much Adderall.
Exactly. That's always been the problem. I've always said it. I've always had my suspicions. Towards middle we go, though. It'll be difficult to get all 5 kills. Sanji should be good for a couple, though. It's a nice off angle he's got. You'll see them run into his crosshair. A couple, I said. We'll see if he can deliver on that. It's his teammates arrive. It doesn't even matter. It's going to be a clean sweep now. Hunter can do nothing about this, and there we go. But that's the round that doesn't really matter. The problem is, it's actually maybe a detriment to them. They don't get a single kill there. Or receive a single death, I should say, because now they've got 5 MP9s up against 5 rifles.
Yeah, so we talked about this strategy earlier.
You're 12-5 down. You need some firepower. He can't really afford to give any rounds away. So what are you thinking? Are you trying to save money, or are you trying to win rounds? I think James answered that question. He's like, guys, we can't win the round of 5 MP9s. He's brought the AWP out. I like it. Respect it a lot. That's the play. Someone had to step up there and go big. Someone had to. You weren't going to win the round with just MP9s.
Now G2 are wondering. They've ran into a bunch of MP9s. Are they thinking we just need to run in here and put the pressure on? They've got the Kriegs. They've got the AKs. They're ready to roll. Unfortunately, the HE does not connect with anybody here. And now G2, they've got upper control here as well, so this is going to be real tough here for Avangar. Sandbags getting cleared out. The rest of Avangar have rotated over as well. 3 players close to the A site, a 4th one about to join them. And James has got the angle just ready and waiting, focused. Up close with the MP9, I mean, it could still be lethal. Do they have any smokes? Oh, there's the flash. Perfect timing. Moving on through. There's 1 kill coming in. Traded. Hunter able to pick it, but James finds it. 4v3 now. Amanek trying to bring it back with some wall bangs here. Still a minute on the clock, though. I think G2 can afford to take a little bit of time here and breathe. They forced all the utility pretty much out of Avangar.
this stage, G2 limping in towards that A site. It's a great shot from James. What a boost that is. Right over the smoke. They didn't see that one coming. We said someone had to step up in terms of the weaponry. He gets the AWP out, delivers 2 frags, and Amanek now left in a 4 versus 1. The bonus round working out very well indeed for Avangar. Amanek has a slight chance here. He'll have to find yet another kill. Sanji could be first in the chopping block. It's a nice kill, but he has to reset and be ready for James. Not going to happen. 3 kills in total. It seems like that was a very wise and informed decision to pick up the AWP.
Making the difference there with the AWP, and then just holding close quarters with the MP9s, really trying to maximize their impact. Solid work there from Avangar, playing to the strengths of the weaponry that they had on the server. And well, as far as G2 are concerned, that's a real frustrating delay here. 12-6, G2 still very firmly in the lead. But they are going to have to be patient, and they go for another round of eco. So, again, showing some discipline here, G2. Trying to put the pressure on real quick here towards the B site, but Buster's going to roast Hunter. Incendiary going to work.
Yeah, it really is.
Quick flank coming in as well here.
Yeah, that's pretty much round done. They've taken so much aggro towards the B steps. No teams be thinking about the flanks just yet. Perfect window of opportunity now to gun them all down. There's kick up, getting it done. Couple of headshots. Bish, bash, bosh. And we'll have Nexa and Amanek trying to pick up the pieces here. Any frags will do at this point. And there's one. Nice work. Good shot from Nexa.
I like that. That was solid. Oh, man, Adrian barely survives that as well. Nexa catches kicker. And just like that, some actual damage being dealt here to the Avangar roster. Any money that you can get Avangar to spend now is super solid.
Yeah, this is very good stuff. Nexa could be on for another one here. His Deagle is dangerous. Sanji better watch out. He better play this one passively because he's in for a treat. There you go. And now there's a chance for a plant. Nexa has done a ridiculous job in terms of getting close towards his plant, and he's not done yet. He could hightail it towards the A side still. This is insane. Luckily, James got the Kriegs. Oh, did he spot him? I need to go check.
I don't think he did.
He didn't. Did he? I don't know.
I think they literally just missed each other by a
like
split
ships
second.
in the night?
Unbelievable. Gonna catch him looking the wrong way.
Oh,
Oh, jumps
Nexa,
the gun.
not like that. That's a shame.
Man, James knows it.
Yeah.
James knows he shouldn't have won that.
So, boys, we should have lost that round. Oh, I love that from Nexa, though. That was a world-class play. What he just did then is not easy at all. That was very impressive. Didn't quite stick the landing there. If he gets that kill on James, I dare say he wins the round. It had been so chaotic.
Yeah.
They couldn't connect it. Sometimes that happens with the Deagle. You don't hit that first shot, it can spiral out of control very quickly. But it all started with this. It was a 5-on-2. He brings it right down to a 2 versus 1, and he had the the opportunity, I should say, to bring it right back. As you see the smoke bounce down towards A-Round. We talked about the aggression available here. We are using the old version of Vertigo. Remember, this standback position exists, and Kenny finally best James in a 1-on-1 orb duel.
There we go. Kenny redeeming himself, obviously, for the first half, where he was kind of losing consistently there in that position. Trade the spots, and he managed to pull it off nicely. Man advantage now for G2. Minute 30 on the clock as well. Still early days, and Avangar feeling like they have to take a little bit of a risk here to try and get back in this. Nexa holding very passively, well aware that Buster could walk in here. This is all about the duel now. Excellent work there from Nexa. Didn't even blink, man. Didn't even flinch. That's always going to be what's remarkable about CS players, is that they can hold an angle for 30 seconds, and they're sharp the entire time. So sick.
Such a great play so far. Kenny S and Nexa up. Opening things up, and now they can sit back. Reactions have to come through from the CTs. They haven't posted around yet. On their T side, looking to change that very quickly now. Adren still here with backup as well. There is a chance they can still win this run, even though it's a 5-on-2, but now Nexa has full control of B. You'll see him call that any second, and at this point, Hunter, he'll remain on the A side, listening out for information, rotations, but the bomb should be planted towards B. No problem at all.
Molly into the connector as well. I like that.
Yeah.
So covering all the bases here. They are kind of leaving Avangar to save these rifles, but Hunter might still be lurking, and Hunter, if he takes one with him, money isn't stellar on the side of Avangar. He may be in a position here to find a kill. So many angles to worry about, though. You can see he's just freaking out. And once again, just barely dodging each other around the corner.
Hunter, he is in tune with CSGO right now. You can see his awareness is next level. The timing's great. The shots are better. It's just beautiful to watch, Semler. And Kicker, he knows he's in trouble here. He desperately scrambles out of the sniper deck, but Amanek takes him down. Although they give 1 kill away, that's worth it. The fact they've taken both those players down, they save absolutely nothing on the CT side. Now you can see Avangar getting a taste of the CT financial disaster. They do afford an AWP, but they have to juggle the finances around. I'd say this may be worth a tactical timeout. They bring the AWP out for James. He's got $6,000. He still gets dropped the AWP. That's a luxury. That's lovely.
He's like, dropped 2 rifles or a rifle SMG? Like,
I think he dropped, to be fair, okay, he dropped the rifle and an SMG.
Yeah.
So that's actually that's fair play. I thought he was 6K. He's like, here you go, have an AWP. It's like, probably could afford his own, but that works. Adren's quite selfless in terms of giving him the AWP, and James will have no armor. They've already had to distribute the money around there. So fair enough. We'll see if they can make this work. On the CT side, glass cannon's okay. It's not like you're vulnerable to grenades if you play it correctly. Vertigo is one of those maps, especially towards the A side. We saw him on a sniper deck there. If he holds that position, pretty safe generally.
At the time, bomb is slowly working its way over here. And once again, it's looking like a group effort here towards the A site. Ramp getting taken control of here by G2. Slowly working their way up. Smokes are going to get chucked in. And this is going to be a solid take here of the A site for G2. They have a real chance to just move on out. Hunter getting toasted a little bit, but so did Sanji. Still the smokes in play. Still a couple of mollies as well. So they can still manage to put those down. Nice attempts there from Kicker. It's so close. But
Yeah.
Kenny survives with half HP.
Kicker is a great player, but some opportunities that are his on a play, he has not been converting today. It's a very key frag. So that wasn't an easy one, but still, by his standards, that play went perfectly with the flashbang and his setup. Couldn't convert it. 30 seconds remain, though. They still have a slight edge here. Avangar patiently wait on the A sides.
Oh, there we go. Smokes, flashes. Let's get it, boys. K-Card flash, but he's going to be setting it up. Incendiary just waiting.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice because deny a lot of that bomb site. It just makes it so frustrating, but then he dies instantly afterwards. And so, man advantage now for G2. Down to 10 seconds on the clock, though. Big flank coming in from Hunter. Forgot that he was on the T side. He thought he was playing CT for a second there. And now that has completely turned on its head here for Avangar.
That's the money in the bin as well, Semler. A clean sweep. Adren's got a CZ. They had to, remember, they had to juggle everything they had in terms of dollars into this round, dropping rifles, SMGs, CZs, AWPs, and now they've got absolutely nothing. In terms of loss bonus, they're going to be a second stage. That's $1,900 per player on top of 0. And they don't save a single thing. As you can see, money's at $2,000 per player. Looking down the barrel of map point, the only saving grace is the pick of G2, and they move on to theirs next, Train, which I've got them as heavy, heavy favorites.
Yes. 13.93 right now on GG Bet. Odds pretty wild, but okay. 14-7, G2 in the lead. 2 rounds away, and it's a force buy from Avangar because they have to. Gotta go for it now. Some patience here being shown here on the side of G2.
Aggression from Avangar, and that's exactly why they're holding back. The only chance Avangar will have will be a surprise push, steal a rifle away, and snowball into that avalanche. But no damage found, and they have got a bit of mid control, but that's about it. But it's the A side that G2 are focusing on here. Kick up, flashed over. Great kill with the Deagle. You see that flash assist from James. Doesn't do much for them, though. 4-on-4s always favor the Ts, especially when you've only got pistols.
So patient, though, on their side of things. Really pushed all the way far back here on G2 side. There's Kenny. Another shot for him. Sanji gone. And Kenny's just going to get to have a field day here. He's loving life. Turn it into an opping gallery. Bomb should be getting planted momentarily. James trying to sow a little bit of confusion here, but it's just not going to be enough. Amanek waiting for the flank, but it's Hunter and Nexa picking up the kills. James now the last man alive here for Avangar. Could catch Hunter looking the wrong way here with a little luck. They're just taking their time, G2.
Wow, why not? Enjoy yourselves. Calm down a little bit.
Hunter took it. Yeah, he was playing with fire there, Hunter.
Yeah, well, how many frags go now? 20-something? 25 for Hunter. Amanek 23. This is a G2 you like to see. It's nice to see big organizations that have struggled in the last couple of years. Like G2, one of the biggest esports organizations in the entire planet.
Yes.
Their CSGO team has always been underwhelming in that context. But this is finally looking like something that's promising. Actually excited to see this team come on the server. They've changed things up. They haven't got the usual suspects of the French rotations going through. They've completely gone against the grain. And it's actually yielding fruit. It's looking very successful right now. This is only the first map of a difficult best of 3, but right now this is looking absolutely stellar. Hunter goes down, and some life in Avangar, yeah.
What happened to holding angles?
Yeah, right. That smoke towards bridge is always tricky. Like, I always try and deploy that one. Never seems to go well. There's always some sort of gap. They have to re-smoke it.
He just hit that wall bang. 6 HP for Kickard.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Catch that? Wow.
Yeah, buddy. But yeah, that is try to play aggro there. G2 got a bit ahead of themselves perhaps, and they get punished. And so now advantage Avangar, at least man advantage. Well, G2 still going to be just playing it patiently. Next up, we've seen him win his 1v1s, and so he's perfectly happy to just hang out, clear the maps. Buster and Adrian have got B control, and James holding mid. That's Nexa finding Buster, though, and so the Deagle's out of play, but still, 3 rifles able to go to work here for Avangar.
G2 have handled this quite well, even after they lost the first 2 frags. Still a slight chance they can close things out right here, right now. 15-7, but a 4-on-2 in favor of the CTs, who are trailing. Molotov down towards the Jennies, and at this stage, a fake plan will come in. Will it bait Sanji round towards the window? It will, but they can't find the kill just yet. Sanji played this very well. Nice timing, and it will be James to get the killing blow there. Next set to be dropped, and that's going to be the round for sure. James to close things out there, but now they're going to need 7 rounds in a row. James with 4 kills, I believe, so that's not bad at all. Just need to keep getting warmed up for that next map. He'll have to deliver on train. He's going to be the absolute instrumental force behind their success in map number 2. And he's looking good today. Like, he has looked very good. Like, in those 1v1 duels against Kenny, he's won the majority of them, to be fair.
He's hitting his shots, 18 kills so far, 3 assists. G2 had the money for a full buy, but then so do Avangar. So this is going to be a very even round here between the two. And we'll see. Do Avangar actually treat this as an Antico, get aggressive, or and it's not looking like they will?
I don't think they can justify it at this stage. Like, when they start getting some money under their belt and they start getting close to the 15, yeah, we can start being experimental. But right now, they're just going to batten down the hatches and hope they can just hold on for dear life. You can see them playing a very passive game. Kick up. Going to be baited in by James. It's quite a common angle these days. Waiting by the crane as we go for another contact play towards the A side of the map. Adren with the flanks. Down the ladder he goes. He's got the bomb as well. The thing is, you probably don't want to stay around for that. You just want to get out of there, which you will do. Like, that's a kind of bomb drop that you can't really do much about. Sure, it's great to have, but you don't want to be staying around. You want to maintain this advantage. It's in too much of a precarious position to even justify sticking around. And Nex has already got it.
Oh man, Kicker actually won a duel as well on the other side. Can Hunter actually come up here and do anything, though? James going to give up the angle. They are going to be playing around with it. Again, those nades really coming to the fore here for Avangar, but they are doing a good job of managing them. They're not just chucking them all to the wind. In G2, everybody spread out, playing a very dual kind of centric game right now. Not really going with the buddy system, and that may be what's costing them here. Maybe it's time to tighten up, and it's looking like that's what they're going to do. Tighten up, get together, and move in as a unit so you can at least trade kills or just suppress the CTs with overwhelming fire. Buster, he did get the shoulder peek in. He did get the spot. So the smokes are coming in. This is looking like more of an execute coming in here from G2 with the 3 alive. They have plenty of nades, all the flashes. And let's see, is this going to work or not? Buster gives away his position. They know that somebody's holding close now. Kenny going to find that shot. Now it's going to be down. James on high, but Hunter's finding another. Adrian takes down Kenny, but there's a chance. Oh, Hunter missing the shot. Adrian coming alive at the end. 2 kills for him.
Nexa wins these, Semler. He can make this one work. We'll see if he can get the first incision. He does. Oh, here we go. Against the AWP. It's not quite enough. I had a feeling he could pull that one off, but James, he'll hold his nerve. That was as close as you'd like to a victory. Nexa is such a talented player. He thrives in those sort of scenarios where he has a clutch on the table. He read it well. He knew what he had to do, but James is very quick indeed, and he'll hit the all-important shot that brings the scoreline to 15-9. Money is actually pretty good for G2 overall. They've got another buy here. Keep applying the pressure, bringing it down to those 1 versus 1s, and this could be, once again, the final round here as we bring out the Kriegs. Plenty of money on the G2 side. Like 10K on Nexa, 7 grand for Kenny. We'll take a tactical timeout. I just want to discuss with the boys what's going on here, how we close this one out. Is it going to be fast-paced? Is it going to be a default? Set piece off the bat. There are plenty of options. We saw it before. Avangar realized that there was only one player towards the B side of the map. That Anchor, you can surprise him, push through the smoke. You can take him down. Quick plant. Round could be over as quick as that. But do you want to take those sort of gambles? Do you want to start throwing away money with potential defeats with rushes, or do you want to close things out with your set pieces and your defaults you've been working on in practice?
Let's get after it here because G2 is starting to dial in, and we are live with the round. 15-9, G2 still on map point. Sanji this time going to be getting a little bit more aggressive towards mid, so we'll see how that pans out for him. Hunter, that's his view. Always carrying Kenny, always boosting Kenny, but Kenny not going to find the shot, and we are dead even right now so far in this round. Step by step. Methodical play coming in here from both teams, in fact, and I'm liking Sanji getting even more aggressive. A little bit of an off angle from him, putting himself at risk of being in a one and done, but he's got Adrian there to back him up, and so the two of them can work together to put a little bit of pressure here on the mid. Nice, HE. Does a little bit of a damage. Smattering. We're just waiting to see now. Who's going to find the first shot? Sanji with the bait could set up for Adrian, but Adrian's going to be holding on the boost, and they've been watching this, but Kenny missed opportunity there. That's so frustrating for Adrian.
Yeah, he keeps his life, though. He has done a little bit of damage, and that might dissuade G2 from even probing towards middle now. Was that there, Molotov? I'm not sure what that was for. I think that he right-clicked instead of left-clicking there. He's trying to get towards toolbox. Either way, here's the smoke that goes deep towards middle. Good stuff. They've got mid-control. You can boost up yourself on the T side. Difficult boost with the squeaky door there, but they've made it work, and that's the boost I was talking about before in the first half. The CD side, you can look over that deep smoke, ideally with an AWP, but let's see if he can make it work. He's had a pretty mediocre game by his standards. Some big shots missed, but see if he can step up here. It's going to take 6 rounds in a row on the CT side. Not impossible. James looking sharp. And I feel like he's got a kill on his play here. Let's see if he can deliver.
Got to pull it off. 10 seconds left on the clock, though, so this is all or nothing now for G2. They have to get in here and get the bomb plant. 1-for-1 trade. Bomb still here. Just going to stick it. Has to go, and Kenny's going to find the kill on Buster. Into a 3-on-3. Adrian fighting back. Takes down Jax. But it's a 3-on-3, and MNX in mid. It seems like they realize it, though. Adrian playing it careful. Kenny wins the duel versus James. Adrian runs right into the crosshairs, and it's all on Sanji now. Slow start to the server for him, but hey, coming up with the goods. 2 kills. 1v1
Stick
now.
it.
And MNX going to be walking right in, going for the jiggle. And this is where you go in. Yes, this is where you go for the stick, and you just keep drawing him away from it. You keep trying to play the clock. Sanji now realizes he's going to have to try and win it all or nothing now. And he's playing it. MNX going to walk in, but he's got the time.
He's done it. That's 3-on-1. Sanji's actually pulled it off. Amanek could have AFK'd that final defuse moment and won the round. Sanji commits. It looked like he was fully committing twice there. He holds his nerve the entire time. A 3-on-1 goes in his favor. It's double digits for Avangar. And it looks like the support player is delivering all the goods here. He wasn't even on double digits when we entered round number 25, but he saves the day there. Massive. As we get into round number 26, a gut punch to G2. This could still crumble for them, Semler. Sure, they've still got plenty of cash, consistent bomb plants here, but they want to close out. This is looking like a tremendous victory for them, a resounding one. But now, things starting to get a little bit awkward and difficult for them.
A lot of talking going over there. G2 side of things. Really just trying to lock it down. I mean, they've got all of the money. They just keep going. If they keep getting these bomb plants, they have the money. But
exactly.
Now it's just about getting focused. Get that killer instinct and channel it. Yeah, that's right. The coach, Malik, just trying to make it happen here. Actually going with a Mac 10? Do they have so little faith in their ability to get it done that they're not going to just go ahead and spend it all?
I guess they're going to go for a very fast approach here. So instead of spending all the gold now, they're just going to make sure that they go for something quick. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, I suppose. They'll do a set piece and see what they can do with the Mac 10s, like going in through smokes and taking the aggro. That's all I can imagine. They haven't spent everything, so this is something they've practiced. This is something they've come up with. You can see they've got bare bones utility as well. So instead of spending all the money and having everything they need, they're going to try and close things out. But are they going to check the sandbag position? It might not matter. Hunter, he snuck by. He's got a really interesting kill there. But Kicker, he'll trade it out, no problem.
Yeah.
As soon as he throws a Molotov, that'll be the cue to swing.
Molly out. Buster with a double. Point blank. James gets overwhelmed, but again, Kicker's still here.
Yeah, he's got so much patience here. He's let 2 of his teammates die, but he's held the sandbags for some time, and it's worked out. He gets the kill that really matters. That's a bomb down to scaffolding, and now Hunter will need 4 kills in total to make this one a reality. It looked like he'd done enough. He thought he'd won the round for them, but Kicker holds so strong, but what is that? What a ridiculous shot. No scope required. Hunter, he can close things out with a 30 bomb here. He's got 29 kills to his name. Time enough to go back towards a B site, sit there for 30 seconds if he wants to. Sanji, 28 HP, got a 3 versus 1 to keep them in the game before. It will have to be 1 more kill. Hunter with a massive advantage here. Sanji just has 0 information now. He has no idea where Hunter's gone. Like, Vertigo is one of those really frustrating maps. As soon as you lose track of someone, they can be on the other side of the map via the ladder, via middle, elevators. It's so difficult to keep track of them. He's going to get a clean plan. And the best thing you can do on the CT side, especially what Sandy's doing, just hold where you are for now. If you have no information, just stay true to what you're doing at that point and then work it out from there. He'll have to concede the plan, but this is all he could really do. Now he realizes he'll have to rotate through, and now this is going to be one of the most difficult clutches he's had to pull off today.
Even has a couple of grenades to work with now as well.
Yeah, if he smokes the bomb, taps it, that's going to be his best chance of doing something with this.
Let's see. One clutch under his belt already to keep his team alive. On Sanji now. Couple of bullets will do the trick, though, and Hunter. There's the smoke. Comes in. Does he spot him in the open? Oh, unbelievable. What a shot from Sanji.
Oh, he's a beast. He is the support player, but he delivers when he has to. Absolutely.
Back-to-back clutches, baby.
He's so selfless as well. He's always the player like dropping all the weaponry to his teammates. He's always the one left with like a Max 10 no armor and grenades. Like that's all he ever gets left for. But when he needs to deliver, they can rely on him. What a god. 15-11. They come back this to overtime. Now he's on a 3 versus 1, an impossible 1 versus 1 where Hunter had every advantage going for him. They could actually do this now. That's interesting.
It's wild. And now what? Now what do we got? Now it's Avangar who are actually having to go for a couple of MP9s here, but it worked for them in the past. It's not the end of days. Kicker with the flash just to stop any early aggression here on ramp. And G2 fully bought up. Kenny with the AWP as well. So I fully expect G2 to once again obviously pose a threat. Both of these teams are just geared up now. Late at night here as well, but still, it's been a long day. They're still making a minimum number of mistakes, and it's on G2 now. Buster open things up with a kill on Nexa. Man advantage now for Avangar. That saved Krieg, working wonders here. Well, now they're just gathering up.
This is the Molotov towards the toolbox here. We'll see if this is going to be effective. Sanji on top of that position. In it comes. Lovely work. No one there to receive, but it does confirm that position's clear. Hunter, there it is. So many kills under his belt. If they somehow go to overtime here, he does not deserve to be on the losing team, that's for sure. What a shift he's put in. 45 seconds, mid-control, 4-on-4. Favor the G2. Hunter needs to be careful, cannot go down alone, needs some backup here, which he will get through the window. That's going to be Jax, but Adren, really strong position here with the AK-47.
The edge, and it's so hard now for Hunter to get any kind of refrag. Oh, Jax is going to be there to back him up. This could be the moment. Yeah, Hunter swings wide.
There we go.
Amanek finds a kill on Kickert as well. Sanji's still alive on the side. Can he point? No, he just stabbed him with the op.
The bayonet on the end of the rifle there. There it is. That's a great way to finish things off there. To be fair, it takes the wind out of the G2 cells a little bit there, Semler. It could have been like a 16-8 or something like that. But still, they get the win on the board. It was a well-fought battle. I enjoyed what Avangar were doing in the second half. They've got warmed up now. They look really sharp towards the end of that one. It sets the scene perfectly for Train as Jane